Beautiful people, we live in a simulation-like reality that is designed to control and imprison us. So the Matrix is actually real.
What the hell?
I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. What even is real? If you ask me, it's this human experience right now, this life that you're looking at this screen right now, hearing and watching this video. That is what reality is. But what creates reality and what is reality? By that definition, reality basically means how our brain decodes electrical signals, how our brain decodes information, what our brain does with the information that our senses are feeding it. So if you take a deeper look at it, reality basically only exists in here. There is no outside world. There is no screen in front of you that you're watching this video. There is no car on the street. There is no door. It is all electric signals. It is all translation, decoding of information by your brain. So reality exists in here. And what is influencing reality? Our perception, our beliefs about reality. Because our beliefs basically obviously influence our mind by decoding the information. And in that way, our beliefs create our reality, because our mind creates our reality. And through our beliefs, it filters the information that it gets and creates reality. So beliefs, what we think is real about this reality, what we believe to be true, is actually what we will see in the world, because that is how our mind will translate and create the image of the outside world, of our reality. So create or change or control human perception, control the information that humans get, and control the humans. And beautiful people, we are being controlled since birth. Even before that, a lot of generations have been controlled by a small group of people. Very conspiracy-ish sounding, I know, but if you ask yourself the question, okay, who is really in control? Do you honestly believe that politicians are in control, that the government is in control, that there is no force behind the government? Because what is the #1 control mechanism on this planet? It's this. It's money. And who owns money? Who creates money? Money. Central banks. Who gives money to the government? Private corporation, private banks owned by private people, by a small group of people. They own the banks, and they also own the education system, what we learn in school, what we learn in kindergarten. They control the media, they control television, they control to a degree the internet, they control what gets censored on YouTube and on Twitter and on whatever the fuck you want to say. They own those big media corporations. They also own the pharmaceutical industry. And they basically own the world. They own the perception that is given to the people. They own the information that people get. Not everything, obviously, but they own a big part of that, of mainstream society. And that people, they obviously want more control, because what do all men in power want? More power, obviously. So that is exactly what is going on in our society. We are programmed from birth to be a part of this society, to fit in. We get a box, and we get a purpose in life, which is basically to, do what society tells us to do. And there is stuff that is okay to criticize and okay to do, and there's stuff that isn't. And what are the other two main control mechanisms right now? For a long time it was religion, because in religion, a specific god or text that is easily manipulated tells people what to do. Makes sense, right? So you can manipulate what God or the Bible or whatever else a religious text says, and you can manipulate the people so that they do what you want. They fit in society. Or the other main control mechanism right now is science. You tell people, that religion is bullshit, that there is no God, that we are cosmic accidents, that everything is random, that, yeah, it's random. This existence is random. So, yeah, that we don't ask ourselves the question, why are we here? Because we are here because we are just random cosmic accidents, and we have to do what society tells us to do. And the best thing is that we don't even question that. Because society, the system, the matrix doesn't want people questioning it. That is why you don't ask yourself the question of what is my purpose in school. You just do what other people tell you. You do what authority tells you. That is basically what you learn, to always trust authority. Subconsciously. They don't tell you that in your face. Sometimes they do, but that is what you basically learn and what the major percentage of humans is doing, because yeah, we have learned that since birth. And we don't go outside of our box, because going outside of our box means death, means judgment from other people, means negative attention from other people, and we are dependent on how other people view us. And if other people view us as bad, then we get expelled from society, and getting expelled from society means death subconsciously, for animals and for humans as well, because if we live alone in the wilderness, then we die subconsciously. And so we don't question the system, we don't question society, and we do whatever the fuck we were told. Just look at the last 2 years. What happened? Even more power to the already powerful rich people, even more money, and even more rules and stuff they can implement to control us. They now have the power to decide what substances go in and out of our bodies. And if we don't do that, if we don't want to take substance A, then we aren't allowed to travel, or we aren't allowed to work. That is something that they can easily implement now. So they have even more control.
What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
And that brings me to the conclusion. What's the point, or what are we supposed to do? What is the purpose of this existence? And the question alone, the question in itself, what is the purpose of my existence, is the purpose of our existence. Because if you ask yourself the question, and if you truly answer that, then you exactly know what to do. Because if you ask yourself the question, okay, why am I here? Am I really here to serve the system, to get even more control, to get enslaved by society, to have no more freedom? If you ask yourself that question, you obviously come to the conclusion that you most likely don't want that. And then you work towards the goal of doing what you actually want to do. You look inside and you ask yourself the question, okay, what do I really want? What is my authentic expression? And you work on that. You become authentic as possible. And you stop listening to the authority, because the authority only has its power because 99.9% of humans subconsciously just do what they are told, because they are programmed to do that, because we are programmed to listen to authority. And the cool thing is that authority, or the people behind that, are just a tiny percentage of humanity, a handful of people. And if the majority of humanity says, okay, I don't want to do that, I want to be free, I want to live happily, I want to do whatever the fuck I want in life, and actually does that, then the people in control have no power. They only have the power because we give it to them. So if we become aware of that process, if we become aware of what we actually want and take our power back, and if we learn that we are in control of our life, of our simulation, of what we believe and what we feel, that yeah, we are in control of that, then we take our power back and we create the life that we are here to create. And that is precisely why you are here right now, why you're watching this. And I really thank you for that, and I hope it helped. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, other than that, have a beautiful day and peace.